I'm not gonna actually inject. Okay, so I won't actually inject. I'm just gonna pretend it's like this. I won't touch your skin.
Okay. Hello, welcome.
Hi, welcome. This is Joseph with VLine Aesthetics. We're a skin tone brother, and this is Helen, our nurse practitioner. I'm gonna go through VLine series consultation with a fan case at the end. Let's go for it.
This has been acting.
Huh?
This has been acting.
Okay, so the basis of it, what is a VLine series? It is a simplified, simple, systematic way of looking at an aging face and treating it. And so there's a very simple step-by-step way of looking at the aging face. We can start by looking at the face as a whole. All right, as we age, we're going to pin in the video here to the face. As we age and lose volume, we tend to see stuff on the surface. Number one is line here, nasojuval groove, laugh line, marionette line. And I'm going to turn this way. Second, because of gravity, as we lose volume, fat pads start to shift, showing this here, the nasolabial fat pad, and the jowl fat. So when you go into a patient consultation process, immediately you notice those 3 lines and 2 fat pads. Then the third that you want to notice is the hollow. As we age, we tend to hollow horizontally above the brow, in the middle, and on the side. Okay. Then there's also hollow from side profile. One is around the temple, behind the cheek, and the third hollow usually occurs either in the upper mid cheek or the lower area. Today I'm just going to add in a third set of hollow, which you could use 3 fingers to actually identify. And patient will tell you, when you use this method, you put a finger here on the upper jawline, here in the middle, here in the prejaw sulcus. We tend to have these 3 hollow. This is called preauricular district hollowing. This is called submalar hollowing. This is called prejaw sulcus hollowing. So as soon as we walk in, we say, okay, volume loss. Is it, what am I seeing? Am I seeing those 3 lines? Am I seeing more of the 2 fat pad? Am I seeing more of the hollow in the forehead or hollow on the side? And most of the time, it's just a combination of all those. Although there's usually 1 or 2 that the patient will tell you that bothers them, and you want to hone in on that. Before we move on to the next one, I will say that we usually break up the face into 2 portions, lateral and medial. And the VLIF technique is to fixing the face from the side using fillers. What that means is we use fillers from in the back in this region, on the side region, here, here, here. As filler volumize, it actually lifts the middle portion. Volumize here to lift, that's the key concept. To lift, we position the fat pad in the middle, we put filler on the side to volumize it. Okay, Helen, I'll let you take over on the next global assessment right here.
Okay. So as we lose volume or as we age, we start to see that your face starts to get squared or round. And we want to make sure that the face continues to be oval and narrow and youthful. And so some things that we do to help slim down the face is we use Botox to slim down the masseter region.
Here's the masseter right here.
We also melt some of the jowl fat and the submental fat using either Kybella, cool sculpting, or energy devices like Ultherapy or Potenza. And then we do a little bit of chin extension using fillers to give a very nice oval and narrow lower face.
Okay. So the third part of looking at the face as a whole It is called 3D contour. Helen, as we age, what happens to the middle of the face?
We start to get flat and droopy.
Okay. And what's the solution? Tell us about 3D contour.
So we use fillers to project the areas that are flat, and oftentimes you see a couple areas that get flat, and that's the forehead region, the tip of the nose, and the bridge. Also, the lip and chin, they start to get flat, and so we project it using fillers or PDO threads, so it is a combination therapy.
Thank you. And now we're just going to finish with an interesting case that we... Okay. So guys, we're at Irvine once a week. Join us there. Okay. Go for it, Helen.
So we had a client who was concerned about this line right here, which is actually called the nasojuval groove. There's certain other words like the crease, the furrow, the groove. And as you can see right here, there's a little bit of edema it's the malar edema, the malar mound, malar bag. And so we used radius to help lift, and as you can see, it's much more blended in this region.
Okay. And Helen, what are the causes of this puffiness or malar edema that some people get right here?
Yeah, so malar edema, what essentially is two things. It's puffiness in that region and swelling in that region, and that happens primarily with aging and also with bad injection, bad technique of filler.
Okay. And as for injectors, how can injectors avoid causing puffiness in that region?
You want to make sure you are injecting deeply.
Very good. So as the audience could see that using radius, we had smooth that region out. And that concludes our VLine series this morning. Thank you, Helen, nurse practitioner. And I'll see you guys. Oh, next week, we will not have live, but we'll continue week after. Happy Thanksgiving. Stay safe. Thank you. Bye.